Whether your business is exceptional right now, but you're not sure that it's operating as well as it can, it may be fortunate in a way, given what's going on, that sales are coming your way, or maybe you're not sure if your sales force and your sales organization is operating well. So let's look at the components. The first I want to look at here with you is your people. Do you have the right sales leadership? Do you have the right sales manager? And how do you know you have the right sales manager? What metrics is that person using? How are they mentoring your salespeople? How are they ensuring that anybody who's not on quota right now will soon get to quota so that the whole company meets or exceeds its top line plan? And if we're selling right and our commission plans are right, we're also driving the right gross margins, right? And we're compensating our people for the right gross margin as well as volume. People, so critical in understanding that. Do you have all the right people? Do you know for sure? The next is your sales process, end to end, from the digital marketing side all the way through your CRM, contacting, overcoming objections, sending out proposals, responding to RFPs, giving quotes. How's your process? Is it flawless? What tools and techniques are your people using to ensure that best practices are being shared in the organization? And those who may be behind on quota are taking advantage of those best practices because your process allows that to happen. Things move very clean and unscathed through your business, right? The whole selling process just seems to work. Does your sales team understand the reason why customers buy? 90% buy to solve a problem. The question now is, do we have the right process in place so that your salespeople know exactly the right notice this, business questions to ask to find out what the business problems are of your customers so that you can enter into a dialogue in a consultative way on how your products and services help solve that business problem. Not the product service, not the features, not the benefits, how we help solve the business problem. The more you stay focused on the business problem, the easier it is to solve and the less price pushback, right? The more differentiated you can be because of your team's knowledge, your process. How good are you in that? Next, your tools. Do you have the right tools? How do you know that you're using the state-of-the-art, the best tools? And I'm not talking about throwing out your CRM. Use your existing CRM. There are 3 sets of tools that need to be used. You need to have a sales productivity tool that shows exactly how well each salesperson is doing. And there are 3 metrics for that. It has to do with meetings with decision makers, proposals or quotes, closes, and then finally, how are they doing against revenue and gross margin? And it's a red and green system. So when you look at it, you know exactly how each salesperson is doing at a moment's notice. And you could talk to your sales leader about it and have a constructive conversation to ensure that the person continues to do well, or if they're not doing well, you know exactly what to do to help them to become better players, right? And if your compensation allows it, to have them earn more money, and then the company does better too. The second set of tools has to do with pipeline management. How comfortable are you with the quality of your forecast? I know a lot of CEOs are concerned about this. We get a forecast that looks out 30, 60, 90 days, and then only to our surprise, things don't materialize as planned. So how do you manage that pipeline? There's a pipeline management tool. You take the data out of your existing CRM or wherever you have it, and we customize that into a dashboard that shows you exactly which opportunities are there, the value of them, the next step required to close them, when they're going to close. And the third tool is probability of winning, which has all your stages, right? You may have 3 or 4 stages from the time that there's a suspect to a prospect to a proposal and a close, right? There's steps in between. Each step has to have its own definition and set of hurdles that have to be overcome in order to go from, say, stage 3 to stage 4, from 50% to 70% probability of winning. So many companies I work with don't have a common language there. So what happens is all the salespeople put in their own opinions, and guess what? You have a forecast you can't believe in. So using those tools and techniques are absolutely essential in a business. And I've worked with a number of companies on this. In fact, I've got one right now that needs help from the beginning to the end to put the process in place, fine tune it, and ensure that everything is working as planned so they hit their goals. And the last one is training. How are you handling sales training? It's a profession. The highest paid profession in the world are salespeople. How are they being trained? Trained to use their time, Trained to handle objections. Trained to ask the right business questions. Trained to close. How important is that? And is your sales manager doing all of this? You see, your sales manager has a job that encompasses two things. One, what I call participation. Is the company in front of all the opportunities they can be in front of? Are you aware of them? And second is your close rate. Your sales manager has to get the company in front of as many opportunities that we're qualified to provide and increase that close rate. That's what they're supposed to do, and they do that through a team. So do they have the right team? Do they have the right process? Are they using the right tools and techniques? And are they training their people appropriately so that you get exceptional results consistently? You don't want results like this. We know the headaches that causes. We want results like this. Not like this, because even steep growth, which some of us are experiencing right now, breaks your process.